I forgot I hit go live. Had to finish eating my ice. I choose to chew on ice. Well, eat my ice in a building with the air conditioner on, so I end up having to have on my big old Chicago Bulls jacket. Yeah. So, oh, my fingers are itchy. Oh, incredible. We're still in morning, so incredible morning, incredible. Greetings, everyone. How art thou? I'm doing a little work here. So, oh, I did not mean to edit the video there. Let's go edit audience to make it public. So I'm doing a little work. I'm actually working on thumbnails via Photoshop. Some for Photoshop tutorials, because y'all know, I'm not sure if y'all saw the one that I did. I'm going to start doing some quick tips on Photoshop over on 365 Creative Academy. Flip this around and go live. Okay. Ooh, it's all crooked. Yeah. So, anywho, I got to figure out how to bring y'all up over here. I didn't get the notification for the 365 Academy YouTube. I don't think I actually did that one, which is crazy. I'm doing thumbnails for it, but I'm actually not live on 365 Creative Academy. So I'm only live on Honestly Speaking and Silaholics Anonymous right now. Incredible morning. Hello, hello, hello. Ooh. At the gym is someplace that I need to incorporate in my day. Thank you, thank you. Hello, hello. Welcome, everyone. So, yeah, I'm just going to be on for a little bit. I figure while I'm working, I can answer questions. I'm working in Photoshop right now. I am planning out content and video. Hey, where did my pen go? Oh, it's in my pocket. I forgot. Planning out content and videos. So I'm trying to wrong one. I was like, wait a minute. No, this is not. Let's say I left my notebook home. I think I left my notebook home that had my list of videos. Oh my gosh. This is what happens when you have too many notebooks. Yeah, I think I left it home. Because it would have been on this page. Yep. All right, let's see if I can remember it off the top of my head. The videos that I was supposed to be doing. And making these darn thumbnails for it. So I'm actually try to create the thumbnails to keep me on track for which videos I have to do. I'm going to try and do some shorter quick tip content. I'm mad at myself. I am completely mad at myself. I left it home. I left it home. Dang it. I remember some of the videos that I have to make thumbnails for, but not all of them. I left it home. I was just about to say I have too many notebooks. I wonder why. um, wonder why. I'm always preaching notebooks, and then only reason why it's in a different one is because that was my oh shoot, that's a great idea notebook, like that I try and keep with me whenever I have ideas. I try and write them down because look, I am not a spring chicken. This 42-year-old brain can only hold so much. My long-term memory is amazing because I, store everything that I've learned and like stuff like that. Short-term memory, man, it's a struggle sometimes. It's a struggle. So yeah, I'm working on two-step equations. I want to be working with you guys instead. Oh gosh. I'm not going to say you don't want to, but it's not all fun and games, y'all. Like it's annoying some days. It may seem like it's fun to do this and the creative part of it is fun. I don't know if even finds packing paper and ink fun, but the admin and the logistics side and like all the back of the house stuff that comes with running a business. I told you that before. It's not fun at all. It's definitely not. Like it can be a struggle sometimes. So don't get I made a post today about that. Don't get caught up in the fun stuff. You got to take the good with the bad. You got to take the boring with the exciting. And sometimes just sitting here doing thumbnails is the boring part of it. So I'm going to multitask. I'm going to answer you guys' questions, and I'm actually getting tired of, I love Elgato products. I really, really do. But this tripod thing, don't recommend it. And I got a whole bunch of them, but it keeps getting loose. Like no matter what you do with the screws in there, it keeps getting loose and it is driving me absolutely berserk. Okay, wait a minute. What can I do with y'all? Because then I'm not going to be able to see my screen. All right, so let's start off and going to multitask and answer questions while I am working. I'm going to answer some questions. Hold on one second. Good morning from Lawrenceville, GA. How art thou? Okay, see, it's like it's leaning. Oh, damn it. There we go. It's not cold in Miami, but it's cold in my office, and I got a cup full of ice. So yes, I have on this big old jacket, like I am in the dead of winter, and it's not. It just so happens to be cold in here, and I'm eating ice. So don't let the jacket fool you. It is definitely hot. Well, it's actually not hot. It wasn't hot out there. It was actually kind of okay, but it's not freezing outside. This is just me refusing to give up my ice addiction. So yes, keeps me warm. Okay, let's see. Take it. Yes, it's every 2 weeks, but I do have a video that is dropping in an updated homework assignment. Still kind of centered around text and then taking the text that you guys have done and incorporating a different way. And then there's also going to be another one that you guys can do with text. And how we talked about setting up your templates for things. So I am going to drop some directives and some assignments, but an actual official class, no, that is next week. So I'm selling my Air IQ heat press. It's just so big. Professor, what do you think on selling it? You're at your 9 to 5. It is a 16 by 20. So, okay. So what the Air Fusion is, hello, good morning, everyone. So I'm going to move you guys so you can see it. So it's basically a printer, a heat press that's like this. It's the 16 by 20, but it is the automatic version of it. I mean, you have to have an air compressor. And for some, that can be very cumbersome with dealing with the air compressor. It's actually very loud. You have to have a space to where you can have your heat press, but have the air compressor like not directly kind of like if you just have like a small office space, you kind of have to have it not in your room because again, it is an air compressor. So that is an issue for some people when it comes to the Fusion Air, but it is a 16 by 20. The way that it's made, it is a little bit like, so this thing is a beast right here as well because of, let me see. I don't know don't mind. Look, y'all can't judge me, okay? Hold on. Let's see. Hot Tronics Fusion Air. So I'm going to put it up on the screen for you. I'm going to pull this over here and I'm going to flip it around in a moment. My thing around. So it's already huge, right? In how this one is made, because it is a hybrid and it has the pull-out tray, like it takes up a lot of space. If you ever decide that you want to get one of these, you have to have space. Okay. Yeah, see, you have to have it 5 feet away. Let's see. And what was I gonna say? So, and like the way the feet are, like on this thing, it's humongous. It sits out really, really far, and it is a portrait style, so it comes out towards you. Now, I'm not sure if you guys can. Well, let me see. I don't know how I'm gonna make it work. So, if you see that one again, don't talk about office. So that one, look. I mean, that's also. Wait, I gotta turn y'all. Okay. So that is also, that thing over there is also a 16 by 20, but it's a landscape style. This is a portrait style. This is a landscape style. As you can see, it takes up way less space. I mean, it's also a clamshell, but it takes up way less space. That's also a pull-out tray. It just doesn't pull out as far as this one. Like this right here, I'm being very lazy and rolling around in my chair. Like this comes out way past this. I don't think it's like right at. So if this is 20 inches coming this way, this is another 20 inches plus the handle that's coming out this way. So it can take up a lot of space. So with the Air, you have kind of sort of this same setup from like here down, because it has the big feet to it as like the big feet to it. You have this big old platen here that comes out, and if you end up getting the stand, it's makes it even more spec. It takes up even more space, but like this part, it sits up higher. So this is a heat press that's going to take up a lot of space because of the size of it, but then also like the height of it. Like it just takes up a lot of space because you just hit 2 buttons and it drops down. So it's like little arms that go up and down on it. And so it sits up like here compared to like how this is. So it is a beast. It takes up a lot of space. Yeah, it can be a lot. So be mindful of what you ask for when you want these more industrial heat presses. Hold on, I'm gonna do present screen so you guys can see it. So you see, oh wait, y'all can't see yet. So see how this sits? And that's it on the stand. These feet on here, they can look kind of cute, but no, it is huge. The way the feet are to hold the weight of it, the feet go out a lot. So it can take up a lot of space, a lot of space. So that's that. Yeah, it's still, I mean, so what some people like about it is like once you put your pressure in there, it will, once it goes down, it will go to the right pressure. The fact that it is automatic, so you can walk away. Like I can't, I mean, I can walk away from mine, but not really walk away from it because I still have to be there to lift it up. So some people opt with the air because, you know, it can go up automatically. So you hit the buttons to drop it, and once it's done, it will just go up. It's the auto version of it. So ask away. Yeah, I love my regular IQ. I don't think I would. I mean, at first I thought I wanted the air, and then I just kind of like doing like a lot of research and a lot of comparison. I decided, yeah, I really don't need the air. I do miss the auto feature of it, which is why I still have my other one, which if I need to do something, I need auto. I have that one as well. Um. Oh wait, you have the air, so you have the Fusion Air. He says my pressure sometimes get locked in overload after turning it on. Wow, that's a big $700 is a big difference. Actually more than that, because if you have the stand, with the stand, it's 5,150. One thing I will say about Hotronics, a lot of people tell you they don't really lose their value. I mean, because they are a really, really great heat press. I know you probably just want to offload it, but I wouldn't sell yourself short if, oh well, wait, I think I missed that one. You purchased yours for 4,500, so you're just taking off 500. Okay, that's not bad. That's not bad at all. Oh yeah. So yeah, with that one, yeah. So the reason why I make it stuck in overload, like I will say I don't like the knob. The knob on that sucker. Wait, for y'all, I have to kind of go over more, but it's so weird because like for TikTok right now, I'm pointing at the knob. For y'all, I'm pointing at the screen. So for y'all now, I'm pointing at the knob. In TikTok, I'm pointing at my wall. That's so funny. Um, but that knob is not very like this is my second one, and I feel like this one is starting to strip as well. So when you are adjusting it, it's like turning it. This is one of the reasons why if I had the space, right? When I think about my dream setup, if I had the space for it, I would have heat presses that were like, well, I guess you can't mean then it kind of defeats the purpose to have that many and not use them. But I almost wish like I could have ones that were like set for t-shirts, one that's set because constantly changing that thing when you have different thicknesses of media sucks. I love changing it on my other one, but this is I like the screen on this one and being able to have presets for settings, but I love my share profit one. I have an HP laptop and in the store. Wait, And in the store, I only have Lightroom, Photoshop. Where can I get the regular one? I'm not sure. Like, so you just go to Adobe's website. So it's probably that you didn't download it. I don't know. Do they sell Lightroom by itself? I don't know if they do Lightroom by itself. I don't. So if you're paying $9.99 per month, you have Photoshop. You just did not download the actual Photoshop. How much are you paying? Yeah, my knob broke. The first one, it stripped like that little screw thing they have in there that keeps it with tension onto the metal bar. It broke. So they had to get, like, it was just stripped. So it wouldn't lock in place at all. So they had to send me a new one. And now that one is kind of sort of messing up as well. Like the more you turn it, it's like it's just rubbing up against the metal and it's just constantly stripping it. So yeah, I don't like that one. Even with so the amount of money that we pay for this, the screws on the side, which y'all can't see that, haha. The screws on the side of this thing constantly comes loose, and they tell you to put glue on them. I paid you $2,000 some dollars for this. I should not have to glue into thing when I paid you $2,000, but they literally come loose. I mean, every single week. And then there is, hold on, I got to go this way, right under here. Well, for you guys, it's under here. Oh, that's why, because it's flipped. So under there is there's like another like rubber pad one, and it comes out all the time too. I hate the fact that for so much money, it has issues. You were looking for it in the store. I'm not sure what you mean you're looking for it. Wait, so you're looking to buy Photoshop inside, meaning you're going into like a Best Buy. No, you go to Adobe's website to get Photoshop. If that's what you mean. My on and off switch had to be replaced on mine not too long ago. Yeah, I haven't had to deal with that. Let me go to, I did a video last week on which Photoshop that you would need. So it's $9.99. You go to the Adobe website. So if you just search Adobe Photoshop, once you are here, so you have the photography plan with 1 terabyte of cloud space. It has Lightroom and Photoshop. That is $19.99 per month. Or you can get the Photoshop only, and it is, where is it? Hey, it's missing something. It's only $9.99 per month. Where'd you go? Because I just showed this the other day. Because they have one that is only 500, and then you have the 1 terabyte. So you're just paying for extra terabyte. So you have the $20 one. Hello. Oh, here it is. So you just go to where it says photo. So the photography one, that is $9.99 per month, gives you Photoshop and Lightroom. The only difference in this is that you get 20 gigs. Oh, I thought it was 50. You get 20 gigs of cloud storage, which you just save to your computer, or get your own cloud storage, which will still be cheaper than an additional $10 per month, maybe, probably. And instead of this one, so you can either do $19.99 and get 1 terabyte of storage for your designs, or pay $9.99 and only get 20 gigs of storage. So yes, you have to go to their website. So yeah, I'm doing a video on, see, that's in the wrong spot. Importing patterns and export. No, wait, you're in the wrong spot as well. Export. I mean, it serves a purpose. I'm not like a, oh my gosh, Photoshop type person, but I mean, it serves its purpose for certain things. I do find other programs to be a lot more user friendly for certain things, especially when it comes to modifying text. And, it just really depends on the type of designer that you are. And I like Photoshop for editing. I like Photoshop for editing pictures. Hold on, y'all. I tell you, this 11-year-old of mine. Anywho, well, yeah, I'm pretty sure y'all are gone now. I had a phone call over here on TikTok, but yeah, my son just made me lose my whole train of thought. Anywho, yeah. But what was I saying? Oh, it all depends on the way that you design and the type of designs that you like to create. On whether or not Photoshop works for you. And how I typically design, Photoshop is not the ideal program for what I do. Like what I mainly do, Photoshop is not the ideal program for it. So I'm not gonna say I find it harder to navigate. It's just it is a bit more frustrating when I can do things in other softwares. There are things in Photoshop that other softwares don't offer. So for me, or I just think in general, it is important to have more than one software that you use. So I'll do certain things in Silhouette or in Illustrator, and then I can bring it over into Photoshop to, put things in layers or make templates or add effects and things to it. So you definitely should have more than one software in your arsenal. All right, so now I just like the layering part where you can grab a layer a lot easier than so. Yeah, that's true. Like I wish, even if Silhouette America did it kind of like how Cricut's and Cricut, you can still see the layers and see what's on each layer. I do wish that they would make adjustments and improvements such as that to have a better layer interface and being able to see what is there. And like here, if you group something together, once you ungroup it, you still see the layer name. So I just wish that they would do things like that, and like they would make that update. Like that's something that will probably make me update to version 4.5 if they included things like that. But yeah, the things that they add in for their updates never impress me. So I'm never hard pressed to update my Silhouette Studio. But this is a Q&A. Guys, I'm working. You're just going to stare at a screen and watch me click. I did it to where I can work, but I can also answer questions. So if you guys have questions, feel free to ask. If there are no questions, I'm not going to just have it on here where you guys are just watching me click because I'm not of course, if I'm here by myself, I'm going to be quiet doing that. So I'm not going to go and just have a video where you guys are just watching me click around a screen. So if you have questions, perfect time to post those questions or get your questions answered while I am working and trying to multitask by doing work, but answering your questions as well. When you extract it out, do you keep the zip file? Well, for me, kind of, sort of, yeah, because it goes into, well, I leave them in my share drive, because it just makes it so I don't have to go back to the website where I got it from in order to get it again if I ever need it, or if my computer crashes or anything like that. So once I download them, they do go into my cloud drive. That way, if anything ever happens to my computer, I always have access to them. Like I said, I can just go to those and extract them, unzip them again and whatnot without having to figure out the 30 million sites that I got things from. So I do keep them, but just not on my hard drive. Oh, wait, you know what? Let me set this shirt up. Copy. I use several of them. I have my OneDrive that comes with Microsoft Office. I have Google Drive, and I have a WD MyCloud. W as in window, D as in dog. WD MyCloud Home. Hi, Shakia. I have a printer issue. I have a Workforce 7710, and I followed your instructions and replaced my yellow cartridge with the Epson, and the yellow printed for half the page and then stopped. So then it may be something with your print head then. So if you've tried it with the Epson cartridges and it just stopped printing, there might be, and if you've already tried pushing air through it to clear out any clogs. So if you've done all of that, then it may be that that actual print head has gone bad if the Epson cartridge is doing the same thing. Oh Lord, I don't remember which one is which. This was a an eco solvent print that I did. Okay, so that's the one that needs to be deleted. And so it has the offset around it. So I have to make sure I delete the right thing, which I was about to delete the wrong thing on this one. Ooh, oh, I like it better with that. But let's just make it, this is one of the reasons why I do not like it when companies use like, well, they were, I guess it was I mean, it looks like it started off. It definitely did start off as a vector file, but the way they saved it, it just isn't a high quality image. Oh my gosh. Hold on. That Star Business Listing Solutions is driving me nuts. So the edging on this and it was on a black background, but I think, you know what, she did say she has it on a transparent background. I may have her send me that file. Let's see. Is there anything I can do if I send an image to be printed and it's low resolution? Please don't tell me you're talking about your banner. What do you mean as far like they're saying that it's a low resolution and it is coming out blurry? If you sent it over and you designed it, then you're just going to have to adjust the way you saved the file. But yeah, that's one thing that you can really do is adjust how you save the file. And hopefully if you have any pictures in yours, those images are of high resolution, like they're good quality pictures. And if you added any text and things like that, of course, I mean, that's just what you've added, and you've added the color in it. But it just really depends on how you initially set the file up. What new silhouette machines? I haven't heard anything about any new silhouette machines, so let me go look it up. Silhouette America. They made an announcement about new machines. Did not know that. Let's see what new machines you are referring to. Products. What new machines do they have? I didn't hear anything about a release for new machines. Products. Cameo. I mean, I just see them in different colors, and it's just the regular Cameo 4s. Google, did I miss an announcement? New silhouette. Wait, new. Yeah, I don't see anything. What new silhouette machines? Let's see. Do you have an opinion on the DTF hack? Okay, so which machines were you referring to? Do I have an opinion on the DTF hack? It works for some people. It's not for me. You have to remember that I've been in this for a while. So for me, Caesar. Okay. I kind of talked about those. I'll come back to that one. But as far as the DTF hacks, I am not one that, so the purpose or the reason people do the sublimation, I'll say that. So like for this, I'm making this smaller and it needs to be, actually this stayed that size because that was for the back. That's exactly how it was with the eco solvent prints. So it should be the same, although I did want this to be 3 inches. Group. Hold on. Okay, so the purpose of the DTF hack is people who are wanting to put, so they may only have one printer. So they're wanting to put a design on a cotton shirt, a white cotton shirt, because everyone keeps saying, my customers don't like polyester. You'll be so surprised at how much stuff is in their closet that's polyester. And they're saying that, especially they have jerseys, baby, that's polyester all day, every day. But anywho, so my customers don't like polyester and they don't want to do, the regular DTF, and that can be, pricey, and then ordering and all that stuff. So they're doing it to where they can put it on white cotton shirts. Sublimation for me is not meant for white cotton shirts. I'm going to put it on a polyester shirt. So I have no need for this particular hack in that I don't have time for extra steps that are unnecessary. You print it on there. It's not meant, like when you're doing a regular DTF conversion, you have to take the pinwheels out so that you don't get pinwheel marks on your, so it doesn't drag the ink. The film is designed to not have the ink dry, right? So that's what it's designed to do, to not have the ink dry. Well, as you are pushing that through a printer and there's ink there, you're going to get, you can get the trail marks. So with all the actual DTF printers that people convert, they take out the majority of the pinwheel, the rollers, and they only leave them on the sides, right? Which is why a lot of times they will tell you that you cannot take full advantage of a sheet because you don't have the pinwheels there. It's basically pinch rollers. You can't let it get past the inner, the opening of the printer. You want to still have it somewhat connected to the back part of it so that it doesn't move around and mess up. So why would you want to mess up your sublimation printer and do it that way? Because you're going to have to go back and do sub prints. So the fact that you have to actually convert this printer and modify this printer for regular DTF, I don't understand why people think that they don't have to do that for any sublimation. I mean, for any ink. You can really do this quote unquote hack with any printer. It's nothing special about the ink outside of the white one. So you can use sublimation ink, you can use pigment ink, you can use dye ink, you can use eco-solvent ink, you can use DTF ink. What the power in DTF is that white ink. So since it's like that, it's like, what is the purpose of doing this hack other than to put on cotton shirts? Well, if I'm using sublimation ink, I'm not touching a cotton shirt any way, shape, or form. There are other methods for white shirts. So because I am one where I believe you use the method that is appropriate for the material that you are using, it's not a game changer for me. To me, that's for people who, I'll say they're starting up and they figure they need to do this to continue to make money. But if you market your sublimation things the correct way, you will find clients who want sublimation, and you don't have to do these hacks to appease people who want services that are outside of your scope. I don't believe in doing things that are outside of the scope. So if I did not have the proper materials or proper printers to put a design on cotton shirts, I'm not going to offer cotton shirts. Get somebody else to do it. That is my stance on it. It does not work for some. Some people are going to say, oh, no, it works for me. It's great. It's changed my business for the better. Oh, my God, I love it. And I'm happy for them. I love that for them. But for me and what I know now, I'm never going to do that. I'm looking for a good ink to make vinyl pen wraps. Do you think pigment ink or eco-solvent ink? So if you're trying to put it on adhesive vinyl, you have no choice but to use eco-solvent, solvent, or latex ink, which means you have to have the printers that are meant for eco-solvent, solvent, or latex ink. When you are converting the Epson printers, you can use eco-solvent ink in it and you can use it for HTV, but you cannot print to adhesive vinyl from the converted printers. So if you're wanting actual vinyl for pen wraps, you're going to have to invest in an eco-solvent. The cheapest is the Roland BN20, or you can simply order transfers. Okay, hear me and hear me well. I don't understand. I'm going to turn around so y'all can see my face. I'm going to turn around because I'm going to be very, I'm going to be very, very honest with you guys. I'm going to have a professor moment, almost like a mommy moment here, right? Outsourcing does not take away from you unless your mindset is for you, yourself, to be everything for your business for the lifespan of your business. Meaning you are going to be customer service. You're going to be the graphic design department. You're going to be the production department. You're going to be the shipping department. You're going to be the admin. You're going to be the marketing. You're going to be, if you plan to be everything for your business, then hey, I can see why you are stressed out or saying that it's cost you more money. It's not profit for you. One, you don't know how to price properly. I'm just being real. I'm that person. I'm gonna be honest, whether you like it or not, turn off, don't like it, talk about me behind my back, call me a bitch. Y'all don't know how to price, point blank in the period, for these custom items. You're worried about someone saying no. people keep saying it. The bigger companies don't. Then y'all have this excuse of, oh, but they're a bigger company. People know them, blah, 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 blah. Did y'all not see them ugly behind iPod shoes? I call them, they look like freaking Apple AirPods. They just put them craps out there. And at one point, I think they were saying they were like $300. And then some little famous person wore them. Now they're trying to sell them issues for $2,000. And people are really around here reposting it, sharing it out, saying, oh my God, I want these. Who's going to buy me these? You think that, and then people literally took that price up. You think they care if somebody says, oh, well, I don't want to pay for it? It's going to be some fools, because I think for me, it's fools, because I'm sorry if you want one of those, that's going to pay that money for those clown shoes. Like, I just don't get it. They're not concerned about it. The issue is, as smaller businesses, we become too concerned about prices. And I'm saying this from experience. Like, I had to deal with this and how I price things. And if for nothing else, I'm trying to encourage you guys, when you're starting and like you are honest with yourself and that you are not up to par in how you do things, and you still are asking a lot of questions about how to properly apply vinyl, and there's a chance that it might come off, your designs are entry level, you should be charging entry-level prices. Yes, don't get me wrong. I know it takes a lot of work. Oh my God, these supplies are so expensive. One, because you are starting off and you are buying things retail, you're not going to get as much profit. But when you work and you continue to be diligent in what you do, and you get to a point to where you can get machines that are going to be more efficient, more effective, you can get material at a better price because you're able to buy it in bulk up front, so that when you sell it, you are able to profit more. Like, those are things that really make you money. But when you guys are starting out and it's like, okay, well, I'm buying $30,000 worth of Dollar Tree things. I want somebody to pay me $40,000 for all these Dollar Tree things. I'm buying everything retail. You're going to keep feeling like you're not going to make enough money. But it's all about how you're pricing and you being honest with where you're at. If you're starting off doing bling tumblers, yes, it costs money for the bling. It costs money for the glue, but you don't even have your technique down, and you think that you should still charge the same amount that somebody who's been doing this for years and have the technique down. Their stones aren't going to come off. They have all this experience. If you think that just because you went and got the same stones that you saw on somebody's YouTube or somebody's TikTok or somebody's Instagram, you think that means that you can charge that price. No, you are entry level into doing these things. So you cannot charge that price. Like, you got to learn proper pricing for where you're at. So now let's say you are there, right? You don't have the money to get an eco-solvent printer. You got to get transfers. Like, you're going to have to get transfers. Like, as much as y'all are out, researching and spend the money. When I wanted shirts and I was trying to figure out what shirts I wanted, I spent the money just to get shirts in. I wanted to see what the sizing and stuff was. I have Ultra Club shirts here that I just use for tutorial purposes and stuff, because once I ordered those Ultra Club shirts, saw like the feel of it, saw if they were big, and I literally ordered one in every single size. And so I can compare shirts. Like, these are things that I did as a business owner to choose the shirts that were right for me and what my standards were. But most people don't do that. You guys see that as a waste instead of an investment into your business. So unless you're going to go and get these big printers and things like that, you're going to have to trust some folk. You're going to have to order wraps. Again, don't order them where it's for an order. And then you're like, oh, like, you're going to feel like you lost out because these weren't the right size. They were this, they were that. Oh, I messed them up, blah, 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 blah. If you are ordering them to build a vendor list, to see what their ordering process is, to see what their turnaround time is, to see what their customer service, like if you have an issue, what's the quality of it once you actually get it? Is it easy to use? Whatever. Do you even want to do these darn wraps? Like, you're ordering from different companies. Not to say that you have to be loyal to anyone. Like, you have to vet them. You have to try it out. It is going to cost you money, but there is a way for you to not say recoup that, but when you're filing it on your taxes, like, it is a business expense, but you have to do these things to find the proper vendor for you. And then you're going to order transfers. Knowing how long it takes, helps you determine like what is your turnaround time. I don't understand why y'all feel like because you are doing stuff from home that you have to offer, like you have to make it to where your custom items are available for your customers the next day, the same day. If it's not something that's ready to ship, you can't ship same day. Like it is custom. You're trying to go and make it to where you have shirts and you can give it to them right away because the same way they can go into a store and get it. Well, if they need something right away, they need to go into the store to get it, because if you have to make it, you should not be guaranteeing something within a few hours. Anything can happen, or a few days. So that forces them to plan ahead. We can't go and be the ones like all the time to where we have to rush and we have to do these things because they fail to plan. Like these are things that I am learning to handle and deal with all the time. Like these are things that come with experience in business for myself and dealing with customers. So have a turnaround time. So if you found you a vendor, everyone always, well, where do you go online? Where do you go online? Why y'all not looking locally? Y'all do know if you're doing something in your area, somebody else is, but we have this fear of, oh, well, once I get into it, I don't want them to be my competition, or it's too many people doing this. Well, then you're going to be stuck always having to order from somebody in Timbuktu way across the country, and you have to wait for the shipping and pray that USPS and UPS does not lose your package, when you can go and network with people locally. And if you need something, call them up, okay, or put their, or, call them up. Hey, I'm going to submit this order on the website, whatever, is there a way I can get it, maybe pick it up, or like, it's a little bit different when you don't have to ship it out, but y'all are afraid to network locally. Don't ask me why. But you have to find vendors for those things, for wraps and all those different things, because if you have, and how you think of that is an extension of your business. That is your graphic wraps department. Like that's all it is. Because if your business is to grow and you have all these machines, you are only blessed with two hands. Well, it's the, at the most you will have two hands, because some people, are born and then things will happen. So, or, you'll have accidents, but the most hands that you can have at any given time is two. The most number of legs you can have at any time is two. You can only have one brain. Like, so you cannot do everything. Trust me. I know it is ghetto trying to do everything yourself. I don't recommend it. Okay. I give it a 0 out of 10 trying to do everything yourself. I know from experience, like, trust me, I know it is ghetto. Okay. So at some point, you're going to have some help, and you have to pay them. Paying your in-house help is going to be no different than paying for a vendor, right? You need to build that into your price. We can't go and say, oh, because I have this machine, I'm profiting more, because you're going to at some point still have to adjust your pricing to account for the help and the employees. Your goal in a business should be also to employ others. Like, that's how businesses work. That's how it works. That's how it works. So I know that was like long and drawn out to answer that question, but if you don't have a rolling BN20, if you're not looking to drop 6 G's on the least expensive solvent latex type printer, then you're going to have to find a vendor that you trust, and you're going to have to order some things from them. Even when it comes to sublimation, I don't recommend that you go and you jump into getting sublimation, like just jumping into it and getting a printer. I'm trying to figure out, why is it okay? And there's all these, which is why, trying to be that change in that, and trying to set that part up with HS Ink prints. We think of automatically ordering DTF prints. We think to order screen print transfers or DTF transfers, maybe even EcoSolvent transfers. But not a lot of people think to order sublimation transfers. It's like, oh, that's something that's easy. I can print that myself. But do you even know if you want to do this, right? what's going to be the best ink, best paper, best whatever. Ordering transfers, like before you go out and invest money in all this stuff. And then it's like you invest all this money and you gave these bigger companies who aren't trying to help you. You cannot go to Epson and ask them about your colors. You cannot go to Epson and ask them about your sublimation print settings. You cannot go to Epson and ask them about why you're having print wheels. You cannot go to Epson and ask them about designing this file. You're going to have to ask those within this community about all of these different things. And sometimes you're going to have to pay for it, but you want to go and invest money, which you kind of sort of have to, right? But then when someone's offering you help, or because you know that this person has this knowledge, you want them to take time from the things that's making them money to answer your question for you to make money. And you, oh, well, I can't even give a $1 of thanks, $2 of thanks, $5 of thanks, whatever, because they're helping you be better to make money. We have this entitlement thing where we feel like, oh, well, we should be a community. And yes, in a craft community, share all day. But as a business owner, I am not entitled to share anything that I have learned with anybody, and neither are you guys. You are not entitled to do that. If your goal is not to take what you know and turn that into where you are teaching, y'all can stop answering people questions. If you are posting things on your TikTok, your Instagram, your Facebook, your YouTube, and it is meant to gain clients for them to see what you do, ignore them dang on comments about where do you get this, where do you get that, where do you get this, where do you get that. Like if your goal is not to become an instructor of this and to make money off of teaching it, ignore them comments, like them, and keep it moving. They can go find somebody whose business is to teach it, but your business is not to teach it. So stop answering them questions on y'all promo. Like y'all are saying it's promo for your business, but you are then becoming a whole tutorial thingamajig on your stuff. So anywho, I'm sorry. I got triggered. My bad. That's not what the question was. I'm so sorry. I'm supposed to be over here doing thumbnails. I got triggered. My bad. My bad. Sorry. You need an Eagle solvent printer. And or order transfers. I'm sorry. My bad. My name is Deborah. I'm interested in your show that's on TikTok that you are showing. Thank you. I'm not sure what you mean by that, but okay. I use the Sawgrass. Connie is local. They are great with customer service, and I can use them to outsource. Yes, because they have bigger printers and things like that. Yes, it is called research and development. It's an ongoing step. Amen and amen. Is it better to get the print head replaced or purchase another printer? Well, being the fact that printer, you'll never find another like that series of printers, I would recommend trying to get the print head replaced first before you buy a new printer, because if you buy a new printer, you have to get the new workforce printer. And with those, you have to constantly replace the chips. Our chips will be here soon. I am hoping once we go through them, I'm hoping that we don't have issues. They say that there have been updates to the chips, and I'm not sure if it's in how they were made or how they were programmed, but our vendor has told us that there has been some updates with the chips to prevent the how frequent, you get the cartridge not recognized situation. So hopefully when those come in, we're able to test them. We ordered a smaller batch this time than what we normally do because he says that they are updated. I want to be able to test them out first. So we ordered a smaller batch of them so that we can run a bunch of tests and put them inside of our 7820 and 7840 printers. But yeah, that's your option. Like if you don't try and get that one fixed, it is a 7820, 7840, 7310, and you have to buy replacement chips for them. They do not have an auto reset or even any type of reset option. So the Caesar machines. Do I have a desire to purchase one? No. Is there anything within that machine that is going to be completely game changing for me and what I use now? No. Is it a decent machine for someone who is looking into getting into cut machines? Yes, and I would really look at that as a standalone. Like when you purchase a US cutter, when you purchase a GrabTech, when you purchase like any of those, they have separate software. So whether you use Vinyl Masters, Surecuts a lot, Make the Cut, or different ones, like you still have to use an external software, even for the Roland BN20, right? VersaWorks is only a rip software to be able to send it to print and, well, really to be able like to cut it and know. And so it's like the right colors and all those things. It's, you still have to use separate design softwares. From what I have seen when it comes to, I think it's called Leonardo, I don't see anything that is very like Silhouette America doesn't understand the gem that they have, that there is nothing out there that is like on a craft level or on an entry level that is like their software in combination with a cutter. Leonardo does not have it. When I look at that, even when I look at the program for the Solo, theirs, it reminds me of like the same way Surecuts a lot is set up that I use for the US cutter. So there's only so much that you can do. The interface of it is, it's just fooey in my experience, right? So as a cutter, being that it is one that has a quieter motor, it has blades where you can't, like, you know, like a tradition, like my Roland, I change out the blades on it. My US cutter, I change out just the blade, not the housing. The fact that it is set up like that, just like the StarCraft is, I think that part is absolutely amazing. How it moves, how the motor moves, how the blade moves, just like the commercial ones. So they've given you a commercial quality or operating cutter, but in a more compact manner and a slightly more affordable manner compared to like whatever the smallest commercial cutter is. So speed is going to be, you know, a factor where it's speed, but not sounding like you got a whole factory in your workroom. When I did my first cuts, I was like, y'all listen, how the 2 sounds and how the 4 sounds. The 4 does cut faster than the 2, but the sound, oh God, it's night and day. So I do think that they are, it's a great concept. And from what I've seen, I mean, they are a good cutter. Is it something that I'm like clamoring to get my hands on? No. Now, maybe if I wasn't such an honest person, and I'm very honest with my reviews, maybe if I focused on doing a bunch of random videos and showing everything, maybe I would have been on their radar to be sent one, and I would, you know, probably, and I would use it, of course, because I mean they're sending it to me. But will I be spending my money on it? No. If you are experiencing issues with whatever cutter you're using, whether it's your Cameo or your Cricut or your StarCraft Solo, issues with the cutter, not the software. Your Cricut doesn't have an issue as far as a cutter for most things. Most people don't like the software. Use another software, save it. Stop saying, oh, I wish I can do it all in one. That's not the reality. Once you go to larger format systems, you are still going to be using 2 different systems, a system for designing, and then you'll have whatever you need to actually send it to the cutter. So get that out of your mind. If you want to grow past your Cricut or your Cameo or your small format cutters, you are going to deal with a designing software and you're going to deal with a cutting software. If you are somebody that has a Mac, you may end up having to, yes, you love Mac, but a lot of these systems, they are not compatible with the Mac. So you are not only going to have to get a designing software, but you're also going to have a separate Windows computer. So I want you guys to think about that. As you want to grow, there is more money in this. There's more things that you're going to have to acquire. There are more things that you are going to have to learn. So if you're just getting into it, I would say, hey, give it a try if you like the features on it. But do understand, if you're looking for an entire package, their software may not give you what you need. Thank you so much for the wait, hold on, wait. Yes, that was the first thing they told me. I haven't tried them for it yet. You are so right about trying to go at it alone. Thank you so much for the reality checks. Oh, wow. That was a different one. Don't think I've heard who's called a reality check. But I mean, I did, for the 24-inch one, I don't know if theirs comes with a stand. That was one of my biggest pet peeves about the Cameo, is that there was no option for a stand, because not everyone has this large table that they can sit it on. And it's really hard trying to find something that actually fits that beast. I'm not sure if the Romeo has a stand. And also, I need to look up some recent videos, not necessarily for the fact that I want to purchase one, but when you guys ask me questions, because when they were doing the demos, the part that did not make sense to me was that you load your mat from the front and then you have to send it to the back, because it cuts. It doesn't cut like a Cameo or a Cricut, in that you load it from the front and it feeds and it cuts from the front. It operates like all of the commercial ones, like the Roland, the US Cutter, the GrabTech, to where you feed it in from the rear. That was the only part that was kind of weird to me. You have to feed it in from the front and feed it all, like push it all the way to the back. So if I'm using like a bunch of, I'm not sure if that was just for the mat or if you were using like just vinyl, like can you not load it from the rear so that it cuts? Because it cuts like this, and the material comes through the front like that, like all the other ones. So that was the only thing that I thought was kind of weird. When everyone was doing the demos, they would load the mat and then have to hit a button to push the mat all the way back so that it can start cutting. I thought that was weird. I thought I did her QR code. Ooh, I guess I did it. Open QR code template. I thought I'd made her QR code into perfect circles so I can change the color, but I guess I didn't. So you guys get to see me do that, because I need this for an order that I have to press tomorrow. So I'm printing everything out today, and then I will press it tomorrow once these shirts get here. Ooh, why can't they tell me that my audio was so off? It looks like my mouth isn't matching my words. Well, yeah, but anywho. Let's go over here. Let's ungroup. Let's copy and paste. And this is not my grid. File open. I think it might be here under HS Ink Design. I mean HS Ink Digital. There we go. HS Ink Digital. Feel free to continue to drop your questions. I'm just working. QR. Oh, it's not in that one? Oh, well, where are you then? Oh, snap. Hold on. Wait a minute. Hold up. Wait a minute. Let me put some boom in. Where is my QR code template? I know you lying. No, seriously. Where's my darn template? That's okay. I know where I can get it from. But why is it not showing up? Okay, hold on. Let's go over to the template vault, shall we? Because I know it's over here. Don't know why I can't find it, but that's okay. QR code. I know I put it over here. I know I'm not crazy. I know I put it over here. I thought I did. Oh, wait, maybe I didn't. Did I not? Oh, no. I guess I didn't put it over here. I thought I did. I have to do some other templates too. Some other stuff that I've been working on. Okay, wait a minute now. Where is my QR code? Is it under this one? QR code. Haha! It was in the wrong file. Well, let me add this to the template vault while I'm over here. I want to be successful, but I really prefer to stay local as much as possible. I hope that doesn't. No, it doesn't. I actually prefer local. You can actually be very successful and you are local. Uh, a lot of restaurants are local. Even when a company or like let's say a major chain, they are not selling and doing things nationally. McDonald's may be a brand that's known nationally, but let that local store don't do the numbers that they're supposed to by having local people shop with them, it gets shut down. I mean, any major store, any department store, it really is based off of locally. The big company itself can be global or be nationwide, but that store only serves those people who are local. So it is very possible to be completely successful and be local. So it's definitely not a bad thing and a bad way to look at it. Y'all got quiet on me after that. My little rant. My bad. My bad for, what is honest and truthful for me. But yeah, y'all got kind of quiet on me after that one. Right now, I was supposed to be working on thumbnails, but I forgot that I have this order that I have to do tomorrow. And as soon as the shirts come in, I have to press it. So they have a QR code that I designed them some shirts in eco-solvent prints. But for the sub ones, I want to actually change the color of it. Before it was on a black shirt, so it wasn't a big deal. But I want to change the color um of the QR code to make it brown. So I'm recreating it with full circles. And then also because I'm doing sublimation, I don't want it to be blurry when it's on the back of the shirt. So I am about to redo their QR code so that I'm about to vectorize their QR code. Ooh, my tummy's growling. That means I'm hungry. I need to eat, eat, eat. Apples and bananas. I need to eat, eat, eat. Mm. Ugh, I's hungry. Apply. Ooh, those are probably too big. Yeah, those are too big. I had it right the first time. Thank you for checking in. Do you have a question? Again, if you guys have any questions for me, feel free to ask. I am working and chatting. This is not a tutorial, so I'm not explaining what I'm doing. It was just not wanting to sit here in a room that was quiet as I worked. So I figured I would work, but answer your questions. Oh, I still did point 2, point 1. Let's do 5. I mean, I really could just trace it and let it be like this. And I technically could, just press it like that, but they're not full on circles, which doesn't necessarily have to be a full on circle. That's just me being very, very anal. Um, but technically, this, just tracing it, it is vectorized and I can make it brown. But what I didn't like is kind of like, see, it's like that, which is not bad. I mean, once you trace it, it's not bad this way, but I like the circles. But I literally could leave this just like this. But I want actual circles. I'm a little weird. So we're going to give myself circles. Uh-oh. Let's see. I currently use a different subbing and want to switch one of them to your ink. I have eco tanks. Is the flush effective or should I get another printer? Um Wait a minute. What did you just do? Oh, okay, wait. Okay. I was like, wait, what? Why does it seem like it doesn't line up? That seems weird. Let's see. Yeah, I'm like, that don't seem like the same one that was there before. I'm missing some ish. Huh? Why did it not crop out everything? Hold on. Oh, there's two different. Wait a minute. Hold up. Wait. Hmm. Was this not? Oh, why do I have two different sets of greens? Oh no, see. All right. Let's do this again, shall we? Let's select. Okay, no. Let's send you to the back. Let's select everything that's here. Huh. I wonder how to get separated. Okay. I was like, what the world? Okay. Let me know something. Let me know something, something, something. Group. Copy. Paste. Ungroup. Okay. I like that better. All right. So I'm itching for a workforce because I saw a video you posted. So I mean, you can get a workforce, but as far as like when it comes to the eco tanks and what and how effective is it to just flush it out? You want to use up as much of the ink as possible. Anytime, because it's not meant to technically be open. The only way to really get the ink all the way out is to open it up, take off the ink reservoirs, draw the ink through it. Um, and you're essentially completely pulling ink from those lines, and you can't really recharge it again. And that's when you hold down the the question mark, you're charging those lines. So you do take a chance of having to waste a lot of ink to try and get the ink back going if you do it that way. Oh, you had to jump on a Zoom meeting. Okay. But that for anyone else, so you end up having to you take a chance when doing that. If you let it get down as low as it recommends, which is like to that arrow, you can mix the inks, or you can like run a bunch of purge files so that you can push all the ink out. Don't waste a bunch of papers. Keep printing the purge files out on the same exact paper, and just try and get it a little bit below the arrow, but not too low, because it'll tell you that you don't want it to get too low. You can always mix a little bit of ink in and then run more purges and then put the full one in there. But you always take a chance when it comes to mixing inks inside of a EcoTank printer. Is it going to still sub? Yes. Your colors may vary because you are mixing inks. All right. So yeah, you guys saw me do that. I'm gonna go get me something to eat. Um, And so with this particular one, they're getting a design, like they're getting a full back print. And at first they're going to get it on the front, but then they decided they just wanted a left pocket or right pocket, probably left pocket design. So for this one, I'm just going to print it to, actually, you know what? I don't even have to do 13 by 19. I don't have to waste that. I can do 11 by 17 paper. And we can rotate you. And I still have my actually, I don't know. I want to change this. Of course, I'm going to ask her before I like press it, but I don't know. It's just something about those lighter colors. It just seems off because it's such a lighter color. I mean, even the orange, but I sampled it from their original logo. But I think even their oranges could be. Was it that? Oh, see, it was no. See, that's even a different orange. Ooh, see, I like that. It's not my logo, but I'm just saying, like, to me, it's just woo. It will stand out more. I don't know, but I'll have both of those on there, and like I said, it'll just be a left pocket, and then the back one. And this is, yeah. So I'm going to end up printing the same one. It's going to go on all the, actually, you know what? No, I can't, because some of them definitely have to be a little bit bigger. So that one, maybe about 12, because I can still print some of my 17 paper by not going past like 10 3/4. And that's why I say I don't ever have a set size. So for me, for this one, for the larger shirt, I'm making it so I can fit it on the 11 by 17 paper without going outside the margin. So I max it out to the margins. I do not have a set size. And these should still fit right there. All right. All right. So no other questions. I'm going to go, and I should talk to you guys later. I'm going to go finish my work. I'm probably go have some lunch and finish designing my thumbnails. And tomorrow I'm making videos. So I'm doing all my thumbnails today, all of my videos tomorrow. All right, y'all. Until next time, don't forget to visit shop.hsink365.com for your sublimation ink and paper that allows you to sublimate as low as 365 degrees as fast as 30 seconds. Peace.